Good morning, Flosstube. This is Mandy coming to you with another update. Today is Saturday, January 9th, 2021, and I hope everyone has had a great stitching week, or at least I hope you've been able to find some comfort in your stitching. Those in the U.S. know that this was, it was a tough week. Whew. I shouldn't be surprised by what happened on Wednesday, but it was tough to watch. I had the TV on all day watching the insanity. So we're not going to get into it, but I just hope that those pay for what they did, and hope for better times. So, this may just really be a short week, short video this week. I don't have a whole lot to show. For those that are new, welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I really appreciate you checking me out. For returning viewers and subscribers, thank you so much for coming back week after week. I really appreciate you. So I have a finish. So for the second week in a row, I have a bendy stitchy finish. So that's pretty fun. And then I have a couple of whips. So let's go ahead and dive right into it, shall we? So the first one, I don't have like an actual cover photo or anything to show, but it's finished, so you'll be able to see that. This is, like I said, it's a Bendy Stitchy Designs. It was a gift chart to her Patreon members, and she decided to gift it to us as she was stitching the model. And from what I've seen on Instagram, we had a hashtag of Bendy Members Sal. It seems like I'm the only one who has at least posted under the hashtag, but I loved this design, and once I got to stitching on it, I couldn't put it down. It really only took me 3 or 4, maybe 4 or 5 stitching sessions. It really didn't take all that long at all. But it is part of her bird series. It is, there we go, it's called Berry Bird, and she says that it is a purple finch, and he's sitting on some raspberries, and those little raspberries are adorable. There were 2 different shades of red. I used all called for DMC, and the material I am using is, there we go, that's a good view of what it looks like. It is the June Fabric of the Month, it's June 2020, Fabric of the Month from Color & Cotton, 16 count Ada. She was stitching her model, which, like I said, this is a pre-release, so I don't know if I actually mentioned that. It was a pre-release gift chart from her. She was stitching her model on a really pretty pink material, and as soon as I saw it, I said, I've got a pink that looks just like that. It wasn't the same dye or anything, but it was very, very close, and I had to stitch it. So that was so fun to stitch. Thank you so much to Michelle for that gift. Really appreciate it. I am just loving absolutely all of her charts. Her the things that she comes up with has been so unique and a fun way of going about doing things. So I can't wait to see what more she has coming. So another whip that I worked on this week, I actually worked on this like 3 or 4 nights this week. You have seen it before if you've been here. It's Boo Friends by Diane Arthurs, and such a fun piece. So I got to doing a lot of the back stitching. So I started a little bit onto this pumpkin over here, but really I think the bulk of what I did was back stitching this week, and it is coming to life. This is stitched on a piece of 16 count white Ada, still in the hoop because, like I said, I've been working on it. So yeah, the only thing I have left in back stitch over here is the whiskers on the cats, but otherwise, yeah, there you go. Breakfast time for the kitty. But yeah, you can see the back stitching, and you can just see how much of a world of difference it's gonna make with the fence over here that hasn't been back stitched versus the fence over here that has been. And then of course we've got the pumpkin. I do still have some green back stitch over here too, so that'll make the grass pop, but I figure I'll do that when I get over here too. So yeah, so this has been such a fun little piece. I absolutely love it. No set plans on when I'm gonna finish it. It's been such a joy to work on though, so it's been fun. So might as well go into the next whip. This is Shooting Star by Carolyn Manning Designs. I do not have a printed cover photo of it, but here's my phone with it. And so I did actually finish, well, you've seeing the first page finish, and I've actually moved it on the Q-snap to be able to get it going over more. So yeah, so I've been working left upper corner. This is also stitched on a piece of 16 count white Aida. 2 strands full cross. Something darker behind it. And there we go. So like I said, I've got it on the, I've rolled it up over here, and yeah. So just diving in, putting in more of those colors, and there you go. Still trying to play around with this light. I'm thinking I'm going to be getting a ring light, so hopefully that will help my lighting situation. But yeah, I just methodically moved into page 2. There are going to be pages down below, so I think it's 3 across, so page 4 and 5. I don't know that I've really dropped down into page 5 yet, a whole lot, but yeah, I love these designs. Absolutely love Carolyn Manning designs. So I am using Shooting Star for the Full Coverage Fanatics 21,000 Stitches in 2021, and so I've got about 900 stitches into that, I think, since I started that on January 2nd. And then I'm using that for one of the book, they've got a book shelf challenge where each month they're given 3 different books. You stitch the number of pages within that book. I think it's times 100. So like if the book has 400 pages in it, then you'll stitch 4,000 stitches. So I'm using that for the highest, seeing as how it's my 21 in 21 challenge. I figured I'd go for the highest. So that's been my focus for that. Semi-Sane Stitchers has a challenge for January, a focus challenge. So you stitch on one piece through the month, and for each 1,000 stitches you post the update and everything. So so speaking of Semi-Sane Stitchers, that's all the stitching that I have to show, but I'll still chat a little bit about the Facebook groups here. What was I gonna say? So with all of these different challenges that they have drawings at the end of the year. So the admins and moderators graciously donate different prize packages or gift certificates and such throughout the, for the year end for everything that you did prior to that. And so, like for this focus challenge, I'll get, I think, an entry for those drawings for each 1,000 stitches that I do in that month. There's different parameters to it or whatever. But for 2020, I ended up winning a prize. I couldn't believe it. So last Sunday, after I had watched the Bendy Stitchies D-Stash, I just moved to the couch and was watching other Flosstube, and I started getting Facebook notifications that I had been tagged in something. So I went over to look to see what it was, and it was people congratulating me. The one of the admins was doing a live drawing of the prizes for 2020 challenge prizes, and I ended up winning. I couldn't believe it. Out of the hundreds of people that are involved, and there's a lot of people who Stitches is trying to come over and say hi, I think. But out of the hundreds of people involved, and people had multiple entries. In fact, I had a lot of entries, it looked like, because I saw the spreadsheet on the video, that a lot of my entries at the moment, what they showed on the screen, was for playing their Stitchopoly challenge last summer. So, which that's coming up in February. That's a fun challenge to really help see some progress on stuff. So I ended up winning a $20 gift certificate to a LNS of my choice. So I chose my favorite store in Fenton, Michigan, Stitches and Things. So I did get that gift certificate in the email, so I'll be doing some shopping soon. I do have an order placed with them, but I think I'm just going to have to do some more purchasing. So speaking of Semi-Sane Stitchers, they have opened the Facebook group membership open to anybody who wants to join. There are a couple of questions that you have to ask, or answer. one of which is a password, and the channel name that, the YouTube channel name that you got that password from. So my channel name is Mandy Parker, and if you wanted to go check it out, and the password is Wonderland. I think it's just all one word. So, go check out the group if you're interested, and check out many challenges. So there's lots of fun stuff in there. So then just the last little piece of stitchy kind, not stitchy kind, it's just happy mail, I should say. Because I don't have any haul or anything this week, but I got a beautiful handmade card from Laura Stitching by the Shore. So she is into the paper crafting, and this card is just beautiful. Love that little stamp. So pretty and textured down here. And this came perfect timing, so it came in the mail on Wednesday when, you know, I was glued to the TV with the insanity that was happening. So thank you, Laura. Really appreciate that. And so yeah, that's really about it for me this week. Plans for the stitching, I'm just gonna keep working away on Shooting Star, like I said, with that being my focus piece for a couple different challenges, and then whatever else may call to me, who knows. Definitely into the stitch what you want when you want type of thing that I know Sweeby, that I know Bendy Stitchy has mentioned, and Jessie Marie, Jessie Does Stuff. So yeah, all that good stuff. So I hope everyone has a great stitching week, and hope you're staying safe. And yeah, I guess that's really about it. I could just sit here and keep talking. I really don't have anything to talk about for what's going on in my life. It was a quiet week this week, just what I needed. Just so if you watched my last video last week, I had mentioned about having some time off work for the end of the year. So of course this week was my first week back to work, and busy times. So it was just a matter of, you know, getting through the day and trying to get a lot done, but then also being on the phone a lot with everybody that I help. And so I shouldn't say everybody, I was on the phone a lot, and so it was just that balance of trying to get stuff done but also helping them with those phone calls. So good to be back to work and get back into that you know, normal swing of things. So I guess we'll just go ahead and let you go now. Quick video, and appreciate you checking in with me this week, and we'll see you guys again next week. Take care, everybody. Keep stitching.